What did Pennsylvania Democrats do this week? Because state Senate Republicans suck at their fucking jobs and want to watch the entire Commonwealth burn down, Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro approved $394 million to fund SEPTA for the next 2 years. Thanks, Governor. And in Congress, Dem Rep Brendan Boyle introduced a bill to strengthen congressional power to appropriate money. And Dem Rep Chris Deluzio introduced a bill to make sure that any government contractors report an increase in their pricing. And he introduced a bill to make sure that any defense contract mergers have greater scrutiny. I'm just getting started. And my very own Dem Rep Mary Gay Scanlon proposed an amendment to the United States Constitution relating to any financial contributions that might affect an election. And in the state Senate, Dem Sen Nick Miller introduced a bill to amend the Pennsylvania State Constitution to help disabled veterans, to exempt all 100% disabled veterans from all property tax payments, guarantee benefits for surviving spouses of eligible veterans, and to give partially disabled veterans a 50% tax exemption. Because Democrats actually give a shit about our veterans. And in the State House, Dem Rep Ben Waxman introduced a bill to make sure that Pennsylvanians always know when they are interacting with artificial intelligence. Oh, but there's more. Dem Rep Jennifer Omar introduced a bill to provide a gun safety mechanism for loved ones, family, or law enforcement to ask a judge to temporarily disarm someone in crisis, because Democrats actually want to address gun violence in this country. Dem Rep Lisa Borowski introduced a bill to require private insurers, Medicaid, and CHIP to provide physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy for people under 21. And Dem Rep Ed Nielsen introduced a bill to provide a tax credit for teachers who have incurred personal expenses due to purchasing classroom supplies, because Democrats actually give a shit about our teachers. And Dem Rep Joe Saracey introduced a bill to support and fund historical, cultural, and artistic attractions in the Commonwealth. And Dem Rep Melissa Schusterman introduced a bill to provide licensing and appropriate certification for recreational therapists in the Commonwealth. Shh, we're almost done. Dem Rep Gina Curry introduced a bill to allow nurse midwives to refer patients for their services. And Dem Rep Ben Waxman introduced a bill to require all employers in Pennsylvania to guarantee a minimum amount of paid time off for employees directly affected by climate-related disasters. And Dem Rep Chris Pielli introduced a bill to ensure that corrections officers are eligible for line-of-duty death benefits. Again, Democrats care about law enforcement. And finally, Dem Rep Abigail Salisbury introduced a bill to permit employees employed by the PA Motor Vehicle Sales Finance Act to work from an off-site location. Thanks, Democrats. If you want to learn more about Democrats in Pennsylvania, check out my podcast, The Zeekly Podcast. Go to thezeeklypodcast.com today and check it out.